Hi, today I'll be reading an excerpt from Vampire Academy, but I will actually be reading the third book in the installment called Shadow Kiss, and there's a total of 6 of them. So in this series by Richelle Mead, we are introduced to a different classification of vampires. There are the Dampiers, which our main character Rose is. She's half vampire and half human. There are the Vampires, which is her best friend, and they have elemental magic. And then there are the Strigoi, which is like a dark, twisted, almost undead type of vampire that is cut off from their magic. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading kind of near the end of the book. There's a lot of action here. I heard another scream. This time it was my own. My mother started to double back toward the fallen, but then 5 more Strigoi appeared. It was chaos. I couldn't see Dimitri anymore. I couldn't see what happened to him. Indecision flashed over my mother's features as she tried to decide to flee or fight. And then regret all over her face kept running towards us and the exit. Meanwhile, I was trying to run back inside, but someone was stopping me. It was Stan. "What are you doing, Rose? More are coming." Didn't he understand? Dimitri was in there. I had to get Dimitri. My mother and Alberta burst out, dragging Miss Carmack. A group of Strigoi were after them, skidding to a halt just on the edge of the waning light. I was still fighting Stan. He didn't need the help, but my mother grasped a hold of me and tugged me away. "Rose, we have to get out of here." "He's in there," I screamed, straining as hard as I could. How could I have killed Strigoi and not be able to break free from these 2? "Dimitri's in there. We have to go back for him. We can't leave him." I was rambling, hysterical, shouting at them. All that we had to go was rescue Dimitri. My mother shook me hard and leaned close, so there were only a couple inches between us. "He is dead, Rose. We can't go back in there. The sun will be down in 15 minutes and they're waiting for us. We're going to be in the dark before we can get back to the wards. We need every second we can get. It still may not be enough." I could see the Strigoi gathered at the entrance, their red eyes gleaming with anticipation. They completely filled the opening. 10, I believed, maybe more. My mother was right. With their speed, even our 15-minute lead might not be enough, and yet I couldn't take a step. I couldn't stop staring at the cave back where Dimitri was, back where half of my soul was. He couldn't be dead. If he was, then surely I would be dead too. My mother slapped me, the pain snapping me out of my daze. "Run!" she yelled at me. "He is dead. You are not going to join him." I saw the panic in her own face, panic over me, her daughter, getting killed. I remember Dimitri saying he'd rather die than see me dead. And if I stood there stupidly letting Strigoi get me, I'd fail the both of them. "Run!" she cried again. Tears streaming down my face, I ran. All right, thank you for joining me today. We've got 2 more books left. Please tune in for some more vampire stories. Bye, guys.